let's talk RJM Mastermind PBC10. I used this thing for a handful of years on my last board and absolutely adored it. I'm saying goodbye just because I'm kind of jumping more of a rack system and using this Mastermind, which I'm super stoked for. I made a little video if you want to check that out. But this is about this guy. Mastermind, I had it set up so that I'm in song mode right now. Basically, just bank up and go to your songs. But here we are, and here you can kind of see it's kind of jumping through the presets. Each song I have set up for 6 presets, and that's these buttons. I kind of did it in this order because when I tried to do 6 across, I kind of have the issue where if I was on like preset 5 or preset 6 over here, and I needed to jump back to like a verse sound or just kind of depending on the song, like a less gain sound, I just couldn't remember if it was 2 or 3 or whatever reason, it just wasn't working out for my mind. So I laid it out in this order just because it made a lot more sense to me. I have this button set up. So here, I'm just gonna jump into a preset. So when you're in the preset, I had this set up so that it was just a momentary of turning on, it's now over there, that Digitech whammy, which on this new board I have set up right here, same deal. And then this button I had set up to turn on the Big Skies Freeze, which I now have right there, which is fun, which is great. Let's jump into what it looks like to dive into a preset. Here we have this button. I press that, that'll go to the page where I had pedals set up. The first 4 loops were set up for overdrives. That's just how I was running it. This one turned on the Chase Bliss Automaton Preamp Mark II. And then so with that was all MIDI and could program change. So I would have this as the these 2 buttons set up so that, what did I have them do? Oh, this would bank up on the programs and this would bank down on the programs. Then let's see, where else are we? Oh, I had this light, which is blue. This is kind of like another one of those reminders that this is where the overdrive stopped. This is a boost that isn't like an aqua color. Turn it on to a blue. It goes blue, boost is on. This was a delay. Over here I had the whammy, so if I wanted to have the whammy in a preset, that was good. Kind of similar deal, just as a reminder of like, hey, this is your compressor right here, not the whammy, just if changing stuff on the fly. Add this white light, turns yellow when it's on. Super simple. Go to the next page. This is the space. This is modulation, one of the timelines, the other timeline, Big Sky presets, and the Specular Tempest. One thing that I love with the RJM, or the PBC10 does, is that the last 4 loops, so 7 through 10, can be set up as parallel. And you can kind of see here with these lines, I used 8, 9, and 10 in parallel, which was the Specular Tempest timeline and timeline again. For this new build, I'm using the Musicom Lab Parallelizer to do basically the same thing, because having used this for a couple years, man, I've just come to depend or rely or just really love the kind of delays and whatever the Specular Tempest is going to do, running those sounds in parallel. Then over here I had a special page where it's just kind of random spots on the board where stuff necessarily wasn't secure, I guess you could say. This was a deco, which became secure, so that just kind of stayed there. And this was kind of whatever I wanted in the moment. I think I landed with a lab compressor. This was for Chase Bliss, not Future Factory, Bliss Factory. This is for their mood. And over here was a button where when it was white, you had the dry signal. When it was red, you killed the dry signal, which is nice for like patty stuff. But yeah, I probably should have demoed this with sounds before I ripped the board apart, but I wasn't thinking about that at the time. See ya!